God, blimey, this seems awfully severe for some trouble about a warrant to something else just as ridiculous.
This isn't about a warrant, Mr. Birling.
What is it? I don't understand why my family's been dragged into all of this.
I'd like some information, if you don't mind, Mr. Birling. 2 hours ago, a young woman died in the infirmary. She'd been taken there this afternoon because she'd swallowed a lot of strong disinfectant. Burned her inside out, of course.
Yes. Horrid business, but I don't understand why I'm being questioned, Inspector.
I've been round to the room she had, and she left a letter there, and a sort of diary. Like a lot of these young women who get into various kinds of trouble, she'd used more than one name. But her original name, her real name, was Eva Smith.
Eva Smith?
Do you remember her, Mr. Birling?
No. I do recall that name, Eva Smith, but it doesn't convey anything to me. And I don't see where I come into this.
She was employed in your works at one time.
Oh, yes, that's it. Well, look, we have several hundred women working there, and they're always changing, so...
Well, I think you'll remember Eva Smith, Mr. Birling. Take a look.
Yes. She was one of the employees, and then I discharged her. You seriously can't think that I'm to blame for a suicide? I won't accept any responsibility for this.
You consider yourself a businessman, don't you, Mr. Birling?
Yes. Yes, I am.
And do you think you run your business well?
I would have been one of the best in the industry if I didn't.
Do you often give out pay rises to your employees?
Yes, when it's warranted, of course.
Do you remember Eva Smith asking for a pay rise?
Yes, Eva Smith had been working in one of our machine shops for over a year. A good worker, too. In fact, the foreman had told me that he was promoting her to what we call a leading operator, or the head of a small group of girls. But when they got back from their holidays that August, they were rather restless, and they decided to ask for more money. Now, they were averaging about 22 and 6, which is no more or less than is usually paid in our industry. They wanted the rates raised so that they were averaging 25 shillings per week. I refused, of course. Surely that's all the information that you need.
Why?
So, did you say why?
Yes. Why did you refuse?
Inspector, I don't think it's any of your concern how I choose to run my business, is it now?
It's my duty to ask questions.
Yeah, well, it's my duty to keep labour costs down. Look, if I'd have agreed to the demands for a new rate, then we would have added about 12% to labour costs. So I refused. Said I couldn't consider it, and that we'd pay the usual rates, and if they didn't like that, they could go and work somewhere else. It's a free country, I told them. Point blank, Eva Smith had a lot to say. Too much, in fact. So she had to go. There was nothing I could have done. Does that satisfy you?
Do you not think that you could have kept her on? Given her the pay rise if she was such a hard worker?
Oh, of course not. If you don't come down sharply on some of these people, they'll soon be asking for the earth.
They might. But after all, it's better to ask for the earth than to take it.
I really must protest.
Why should you do any protesting? It was you who turned the girl out in the first place.
I did what any other employer would have done. I just don't see the need for my family to be dragged into any of this.
You see, your family are responsible too, and you will find out why soon enough. However, you started it. She wanted 25 shillings a week instead of 22 and 6 pence. You made her pay a heavy price for that, and now she'll make you pay a heavier price still.
Eric's to blame for getting us into this mess. Just you wait till I have words with that boy.
As I said earlier, you are all to blame, and all will be revealed soon enough, but I advise you to keep an open mind, Mr. Birling. If you can, of course.
Don't go around telling me what to do. I'm a respected man in this town. Look, there must be a price that I can pay to keep this between us. Most of this is bound to get out. It'll be a public scandal. I was almost certain for a night out in the next honours list.
You're offering money at the wrong time. And believe me, when I say that, will be the least of your worries soon, Mr. Birling.
Well, I guess we're done here, Inspector.
I guess we are.